Yo, what's up, Mac? This is a demo video for you for your Scraptec that you picked up for me. So I say it later on, but I do really appreciate your support on picking this up, and then you went the extra mile and you picked up the crystal chamber I designed for it as well. So I hope that you like the way that this came out. I'm going to hang on to this until I get your coda done, and then I'll get them both sent out in the same box. All right, but let's go over my desk. I'll show you what I did to this guy. All right, thanks. All right, Mac, I've got your Scraptec here, man. Thank you for supporting my run. You supported this run and my coda, so I really do appreciate that. I'll be getting the coda done hopefully later on this week. As you know, this is a pretty big boy, so it doesn't all fit in frame, but there's a lot of stuff going on with this, okay? It's a 2-button setup. Power up here, auxiliary back here. All right, you've got an OLED screen right here that you'll see lit up here in a second. It's got a red film over it. The Saber itself has a crystal chamber, so that's all lit up. This has a 8-pixel accent strip right here. You're not going to be able to see it very well. You can just make it out, but that's that Shadow Foil Props lit PCB that you sent my way. All right, so we'll get to the chassis here. Just take the handle off. You may or may not have seen me do this the other day, but I did this. I did most of it on the live stream. I did everything but the board. I finished up the board the next day. But this is your chassis. So this is my brass crystal chamber that I came up with for this guy. Single Neopixel accent for this crystal. Everything is subbladed. So I made, and I can tell you this because I know you know how to install, right? So this LED strip, I wired it down to the to the single Neopixel for this guy, and then I took this and I wired it down to the single Neopixel for this guy. So you'll see that in your config. Right now this is running the Scraptec font that my dude Keenan over at KSith made for this. So copy the config files on the SD card. All right, the blade style is what Brian Conner made for this also. All right, so removable battery setup, spring side, negative side of your battery, please. 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. You've got an 18-pixel accent strip right here. Over here you've got another 18-pixel strip. These are wired together but separately from everything else. All right, Proffie board right here, access to your SD card, micro USB, kill switch right here. So you see those 2 accent strips going, right? 2 crystal chambers going. They are doing something different, each of them. Your accent over here, which is doing something different. Come over here and hit power. Oh yeah, you've got my boot up right there. So it says Solo Sabers from Arabic, and then it goes to English. Also something that I had Brian Conner make for me, so thank you to that dude. Just gave you a simple animation for now. Of course you could change that, right? But these will change up when the Saber's on. The crystal chambers here. The animation here changes up as well. All right, and then you can see, hopefully, that lit PCB. All right. So, slide the handle on this guy. Lock it all the way down. When you get to the very end, you're gonna want to take this handle, tighten it up. All right. As soon as it's fully tight, this LED strip will line up with this cutout in the handle, and this cutout in the handle over here, so you get that shine through the handle. All right, power, auxiliary, beefy boy. This is your blade retention. All right, so we're gonna back this guy out of the blade socket here. This Saber takes a 7/8 inch blade. So right through here, into the blade socket we go. Lock this guy down right here, hit power. Now on the Scraptec font, what Keenan did is he made a little bit of a dip in the hum here in about 15 seconds or so, and you'll actually see that on a full-length blade. I had Brian Conner include that in the blade style. See if we can hear it. Right there. A little bit hard to pick up on camera, but when you have a full-length blade in here, you'll see it it'll dip down but not all the way and then shoot back up, kind of like it has a faulty mechanism when it's on. Blade lock up.
Scraptec.
Just like that. All right, so we'll go ahead and loosen that. Take our blade out. Tighten this back up right here. And we'll break it back down. Very easy to do. When you do have the handle off, take a little bit of care with the chassis. It is adhesed to the crystal chamber, so just take a little bit of care. All right, but we'll turn it on. Flip it off with the kill switch. Kills power like it should. And then the positive side of the battery is over here by your speaker. You should be able to pop it out with your finger. All right, that, sir, is how you work your Scraptec. Let me know if everything makes sense to you or if you have any questions. I actually have a different config on my computer that I'm going to send you. It's a little bit different than the one on the SD card. I made a few changes while I was programming it. You know, since you and I are friends, I thought I could get away with just sending that to you through a PM. So please don't let me forget about that. But that is how you work your Scraptec. Thank you for your support on this run, buddy.